Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Ravens Today. Please make sure to hit that subscribe button, like the video. Let's get into all the news that I have for you today. First up, phase 2 of offseason program begins. This is still OTAs, voluntary stuff. They're just going to ramp up the pace a little bit. Again, still optional, voluntary. NFL season is still on the vacation season after the draft. Obviously, the rookies are going to be mandatory to go to this camp, go through this training. The more like the veterans don't have to do this. I do expect some Ravens vets to be at this phase 2 of OTAs. Guys like Roquan Smith, Kyle Hamilton. Don't expect Lamar to be there just yet, or Derrick Henry. They both have their own training going on. But just we're getting closer and closer to that time when the training camp really ramps up and it's mandatory. We'll see all the players come back, and Harbaugh will give them the gauntlet pretty much when it comes down to the training. And I'm just really excited to see what these rookies can do, and I'm really looking forward to all the players being back on the field. But right now we're still at phase 2, but we are getting closer. End of May is when it ramps up a lot more, and the players are welcome back more full time, and it doesn't become as voluntary anymore as we get into June and July. Moving on, Harbaugh had high praise for Mike Green. He called him explosive, and it was good to see him going through a practice for the first time. He looked very promising. This was during the rookie minicamp. Harbaugh giving a lot of praise to not just Green, but also the other rookies as well, saying that it's fun to see the rookies go through a period of anxiety where this is their first practice as a member of an NFL team, and at the end of the practice they feel like they belong there. Harbaugh mentioned that Mike Green was one of among those people, that he was just he was hitting the ball running, hit the ground running, just an absolute explosive presence on the field, and he is very much looking forward to when Mike Green is strapped up for the regular season, and he's just very much looking forward to having him on the team. Me as well. If we're already getting praise from Harbaugh from the rookie minicamp about Mike Green, then it's a very good sign for things to come. Hopefully, he'll get a lot of good plays in regular season, and not have to develop as much. But Harbaugh did have this to say about him, and it's just a good sign for things to come. Moving on from the practice, rookies, and all of that, we've got a rumored trade that's happening. Ravens are looking to trade for Cowboys star corner Trayvon Diggs. Not really sure if I believe this or not, but we're going to dive into it, okay? Diggs is still injured from last season. He probably won't be ready to go week 1, but he is a great veteran depth presence. He wouldn't be the starter like a Wiggins and Humphrey would be. He would be kind of like a second or third string corner for them. Kind of like he'll still be a starter on the field, but he won't be the starting corner, if that makes sense. But here's the thing. He still won't be ready by week 1. He'll probably be ready sometime in the midseason, and his cap hit for the next 2 years, he still has 2 years left on his contract, will increase to $20 million. He does take the stress a little bit off of Marlon Humphrey and Wiggins, because obviously more corners the better, especially a star corner like Diggs. But it's high risk, low reward for me. It really doesn't sway me for a trade like this. It's very, again, high risk, low reward. You get a star corner, doesn't start until later in the season, and his cap hit will already be increasing throughout the rest of his contract. I mean, sure, that his guaranteed money is already there, but the Ravens wouldn't be, getting anything out of it. I don't think this trade is going to happen. Obviously, it'd be nice to have another star corner on the team, but I think the Ravens are going to wait a little bit, play the field out. And, we have Marlon Humphrey, Nate Wiggins, those guys there. But again, I wouldn't mind signing another corner, another veteran corner to the team, like Chidobe, like they did at the beginning of the offseason. But guy like Diggs, again, high risk, low reward. It just I don't see it happening. I don't think EDC is going to bite at that, and I don't think the Ravens are going to bite at that either. I think that the Cowboys are going to keep Diggs for the remainder of his contract season. Maybe we'll get him after, like why not? Um, but I don't think this is happening. Speaking of Nate Wiggins, is Nate Wiggins looking poised for a breakout year in his year two? I think so. He is, you know, had that pick six against the Browns in the regular season finale. That was fantastic to watch. He should have had five, not that game, but over the course of the regular season. But he dropped four of them and finally got his one against the Browns. I think he is under the guidance of Marlon Humphrey. He could be the next corner that the Ravens rely on because Marlon Humphrey isn't as young as he once was anymore. He's still got some juice left in him, but we're getting closer and closer to when Marlon Humphrey's going to have to take a back seat. I think Nate Wiggins is definitely poised for a breakout year. He will absolutely be a star on this Ravens team, and the Ravens are going to heavily rely on him a lot in year two of this of his career, and I think that he will definitely exceed expectations going into year two. Does it mean that it could happen? No, of course not. A lot of things can happen, like injuries and you know kind of like what CJ Stroud went to on quarterback for the Texans, where he had a down year after his regression after his first year, where that could happen with Wiggins. But I'm pretty sure Wiggins is ceiling. We're barely scratching. We're looking at a kid who can definitely be a huge part of this defense and uh, produce one-on-one coverage moments against opposing star wide receivers. I will keep saying this. Thank God we got rid of Brandon Stevens. Nate Wiggins could definitely fill that hole now. We don't have to, you know, as Ravens fans just go, when the ball is thrown to Stevens. Like when Stevens was covering Jamar Chase for God knows what reason in games. But now Wiggins could probably make that coverage now and produce a lot better defensive moments for this Ravens team. But we'll just have to wait and see. But I'm confident that this is going to happen. Thank you for tuning in to this segment of the Ravens Today Show. I'm your host, Connor Gioffreda. Please make sure to subscribe and like the video. I will keep you guys updated on all things Ravens Today and for the schedule that is being released this week. Definitely look out for that. Thank you and have a good one.